Hi guys!
Hi.
So another night, the second night of Sanremo is over, and I'm here with Samuele from Italy who knows everything about Sanremo.
Ciao.
We will talk a lot about it, about the songs, and about the show in general. Samuele, what do you think? Do you prefer this show over last yesterday, or do you prefer yesterday over today?
I have to say that yesterday I actually watched the entire show pretty much from the beginning, but tonight I was busy up to 11, so I actually catched up with the
Oh,
performances
okay.
in the break, so I could not enjoy as much as I enjoyed it yesterday night. But musically speaking, I think that this night was stronger in general. I'm not saying that yesterday songs are bad. I think that yesterday there were pretty good songs as well. But tonight, many artists that we were not thinking they would brought something like that
Mhm.
actually brought something in the end. So yeah, and we were not actually. I think that in the group also we were discussing pretty much what we were expecting the top to be, and in the end, the top was actually quite different. So yeah, this night was actually a little bit stronger musically speaking than yesterday, but still great two nights musically speaking, I would say.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like Sanremo always has a lot of quality to offer,
Hmm.
and this year as well. I still think it's one of the weaker editions, but that doesn't mean it's not bad. It's still quality-wise on a really high level, probably higher than many of other national finals, even though it's not really a national final, we know.
Hmm.
But I also think, as you already said, that the second night was a bit stronger, at least for
Hmm.
my personal taste, because we had a bit more up tempo, bit more modern songs than yesterday. We had many ballads yesterday, and I love ballads, especially in Italian, because they're always so classy and elegant. But sometimes I also like different songs that stand out a bit more in another way, a bit more up tempo. So I really like tonight.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I'm sorry if I'm typing, but I'm just actually retrieving the top so we can comment it a
Oh,
little
that's
bit.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I. But yes,
Just
it's
looking
not
at the
it's not
comments.
out. Yes, like
Hi,
it's.
Elodie.
Uh, I'm just looking
Please,
for the top. I'm sorry, yeah.
I know the top three. I'm not sure about the rest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So can we please talk about Colapesce Di Martino? Yeah, they actually won tonight's voting.
mm-hmm.
So I think we
Yes.
should actually start with this song because it was really well received tonight. Those two stole my heart again. Yeah, I loved it too. Call me
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I've got some winter vibes. I can see that. Samuel, do you want to start with this
Mm-hmm.
song?
Yeah, like actually, I have to say that it's pretty in line with Musica Leggerissima.
Hmm.
It's quite similar, I would say. They have this kind of indie slash pop style that they
Yeah.
really like to incorporate to their songs, and they usually do it in a southern Italian way, if I know what I mean by that. But yeah, they do it actually using a lot of influences from the Italian folkloric musical scene, and I quite like it. I don't know if I like it more than Musica Leggerissima because Musica Leggerissima was a it was actually I think my winner in
Hmm.
that year. But yeah, like it's still a great contender, and I know that the Sala Stampa loves Colapesce and Di Martino. Also, back in 2021, they were first for them. But yeah, I strongly don't think that they will win Sanremo. I think that the public will rank them a little bit lower than first or second or third. I just think that there are other songs that the public might be appealed to more. So yeah, it still was a great song for me, and it was actually a great show on the Ariston stage. Something that we lacked yesterday night. I think like musically speaking, it was good, but
Hmm.
it was not, of course, as
I agree.
eye-catching as it was tonight. I think tonight also the songs were. I think many songs were better produced than yesterday night songs. So yeah, yeah. It was a great spectacle also to watch, not just to hear.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Also on
Mhm.
this song, I also think it's not gonna win, but I feel like it's gonna be top five in the end, like in the
Mm.
final.
It,
With
it can
that,
be it can be actually just being first in the in the Sala Stampa means that you
Yes.
probably are in the top 7 maximum.
Hmm.
Top
Yeah,
7
it's already
maximum.
really good for them. They also kind of stood out because they were one of the first songs, but I was still kind of in yesterday's show and I was like, oh wow, okay, this is really different. I loved it from the first second, but you just mentioned Musica Leggerissima, and this was a big grower for me because in the beginning I was like, oh, okay, I'm not sure about the song, but it grew so much on me. And I feel like this song is also a grower for many people. Like in the beginning, maybe after this performance, now they are like, okay, yeah, I don't know. But then when they listen to the studio version, I think they will also like it a lot.
Yeah,
It also
I
gives
completely
me,
agree.
yeah, it also gives me like Italian classics somehow, 90s vibes. And you know,
Yes,
I
yes.
love Italian 90s classics. So I was like, oh yeah, this is my song. And it's actually one of my favorites tonight. I think it's my second favorite. So yeah, I'm really happy that it plays so high.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy as well. I just think that in general, this night, we like we were shocked by the quality of this night. I think like this night,
Mhm.
I think that no songs were bad for
Yes, I
me.
agree.
No songs were bad. Just some songs stood out more than others. But
Absolutely.
tonight, I think that the songs were not bad at all. Yesterday night, there were bad songs, but tonight, no, they were pretty much enjoyable. I think, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Of course, there are some more competitive ones and some that are not. But yes, this night was in general really competitive. And if yesterday's night the top 5 at least was clear, tonight it was a little bit you know I think that it was a little bit unpredictable. So yeah, I'm happy for them. I would not personally have put them first, maybe in the top 5, yes, but not first. But yeah, I'm happy for them. They are a great duo. They do a really good music. Their album is great. They really put research in the music that they do, both lyrically and musically. So I'm happy for them because it's like they are, you know, they work pretty hard, and they are not new artists. They have been
Mhm.
actually working quite a lot for
Really
the past 10
established, yeah.
years. So yeah, they are big artists. They actually reached popularity because of Sanremo in 2021, but they were actually working even before for a lot of years. So I'm happy that at least the Sala Stampa, that should be actually the part of the jury that actually understands a little bit about music,
Yes.
actually puts them first. So yeah, it was not my favorite from the night, but I can actually understand why they ended up first.
I agree. I also think it was really unpredictable tonight because I would say all the songs were really well produced tonight. I mean, yesterday they were really good as well, but today it was, for me, it was another level than
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah,
So
completely.
I
Actually,
totally agree.
I,
Yeah.
I think that today actually changed Ciao Vincent, the perception that we have about Sanremo 2023. If yesterday night we were actually a little bit saddened because they were good songs, but they were not so competitive Eurovision wise, tonight we
Mm,
found some songs that could
yes.
actually represent well Italy in Eurovision, I would
I
say.
do agree. Yeah.
And I think that in general, of course, we're just actually talking about Eurovision, like we're talking about Sanremo, connecting it to Eurovision, but we're also Sanremo fans. So I think that I think that when we are commenting Sanremo, also in Eurovox, we are trying to do it independently from Eurovision. So I think that this year's Sanremo is good independently from Eurovision, and there are some songs that could be good for Eurovision. But as you said before, there were other Sanremo that maybe were more
Yeah.
appealing at the first sight. But I think that this year the studio versions will actually change our mind a little bit. I think that by Saturday we'll be obsessed at least with 10 songs, 10 songs.
Hmm. Yeah, I really think it's important that the song is appealing to the international audience, but I think it's more important that the actual locals can identify with the song
Yes,
because it's
yes,
their song that they send. So that's
yeah.
really important.
Yeah. Sanremo is made for Italians, sadly, but is also ciao. It's made for Italians, and it's on one hand it's a little bit what makes Sanremo not a national final for Eurovision, but on the other hand, it makes it special,
Yep.
So yeah, and we
It's
have
definitely
the
different.
first, we have the first general I don't know if you can see me.
No.
I'm sorry, but we have our first official and general top. Later we will talk about it.
Yeah, we will definitely talk about the top.
But yeah, like we
Your
have
maximum.
actually we have a general top, not just the first and second night. We have a general 28 people, like 28 singers.
Yeah.
Let me know if I will try to retrieve it on my laptop. But yeah, let's go on.
Let me check the comments. Sorry, I have guests. By the way, they just said that the difference between them is so small, so it could definitely. Yeah.
It's always like
It's
that.
really small gap.
Mhm.
I think so too. So let's see. Rosa Chemical, Paola Chiara, Lessa. Oh yeah, so many. Yeah, I do agree. I think most of them are amazing songs. I mean, they are already produced, but they are like some songs I like less than the others. But let's talk about Paola and Chiara maybe, because they stood out a lot. They were like the last song, and they were the first artists with an actual choreo on stage and backing dancers. And I know they are like really famous in Italy because of their older songs. Vamos a bailar, for example.
Vamos
it's
a
like
bailar.
internationally
Festival.
really famous. Yeah. So I knew them
Festival.
beforehand. And I was really happy that they were slaying on stage. I mean, they were a bit older, but they had a bob. I mean, I can see that at Eurovision as well.
I can see it as well. It's something
maybe
that
a little rhythm, but this is like a dance pop number. I can see that playing at top.
it's really 90s or early 2000s as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, but of course there is like in the tendencies in music, as we had the 80s a couple of years ago. Now we have, of course, the 90s and the 2000s coming back again. So I just think that, you know, their track was really well produced and they are good performers live. Of course, I don't see them clearly in Eurovision, but I love them. Like
I don't think they're winning, but I would love to see them.
No, they will not. They will not win. But I was happy to see them like in the higher portion of the score.
Yeah,
they were like seventh. No,
I think 6th or 7th. Yeah,
sixth.
Yeah,
sixth.
Somewhere a bit more up.
Yeah, no, they were like 7th or 6th. I don't remember. Let me see because I have it in front of my eyes. They were 7th. They were 7th.
Okay. So in the half. Okay, but sometimes the performance reminded me a bit more of Melody Festival in Sweden than Sanremo. It was so different. It was not really Sanremo style, but I like that.
It was the first time, like it was the only act that had backing dancers as well.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, it would. Like I think that it would be Eurovision ready. But yeah, they are not gonna win. People like, I think that some portions of the Italian population may vote for them pretty well, but I think that we have 3 or 4 favorites that is going to be really hard to beat them.
Yeah, I think so too. And most of them are already really well established artists in Italy and also known internationally.
Exactly.
So let's check the comments. We have a few new people. Vladimir is here. Hi.
Hi.
And we also have Riyad. Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah, I'm just going to try to look for the general top, but I have it on my phone. Yeah. It's on the official Sanremo News Telegram channel, but I cannot actually enter Telegram in my own computer, so I don't know.
I don't have Telegram, so I can't help.
No.
Okay, let me check the comments. Paola and Chiara, very spectacular. I do agree. They were my favorites tonight. Tananai was so good. They like Georgia's song. Rosa Chemical was so good. Yeah, maybe we should talk about Rosa Chemical because that was another entry that really stood out. What do you think about that song?
Yeah, he ended up 6th, and I loved it. I know it's not your cup of tea, but it is something that we need in Sanremo. We need in Sanremo.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was iconic. It was iconic because the lyrics actually were about criticizing everything that is bad about Italy. I
was already wondering about the title "Made in Italy," so I was like,
like
makes sense.
On the one hand, he criticized pretty much what it was bad within Italy and about Italy, and on the other hand, he actually praised the chorus says, "Sex made in Italy love made in Italy or something like that. Like it was praising,
Oh, okay.
being passionate,
Yeah.
being Italian, but on the same hand, on the other hand, it was actually criticizing many things about our nation. So it was a little bit of, it was great, and it was like, I think it was a good moment and a good performance, and he actually
Mm.
sung well. I think he is not the greatest vocalist in our universe, but yeah, it was good. And I think that in general, like there was like a really, I would say, in Sanremo is so important in our nation, but not just important, it's so under the lights, it's under the spotlight, that also many times there are discussions also within the politics about Sanremo, and it's really not good for me. I think that politics should stay out of Sanremo for good,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's a festival of the music, it's not about politics. But yeah, anyway, a senator of the Italian Republic, a female senator of the Italian Republic, actually criticized Rosa Chemical, and she said in the parliament that he should have not been in Sanremo because her children are going to watch it, and of course it's a family
Okay.
show. We cannot have that
Mm.
such a, because Rosa Chemical is actually a, it's not just a singer. He used to work on OnlyFans, so
Yeah, I heard
there's a little
about
bit
that.
there's a little bit of a controversy here in Italy. If you are, it's still a stigma, if you have OnlyFans, you are
Oh,
stigmatized
yeah, I think
because,
it's everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think it's
I know.
controversial in general, but we also
Yeah,
had like
exactly.
Yala's dress
Yeah,
yesterday. We had
exactly.
Blanco. So
But
I don't know.
here, yes, like this senator actually criticized in front of the whole parliament,
Mm.
and it
Well,
was great because today Amadeus actually in the press conference took the defenses of Rosa Chemical, and tonight on the Ariston stage, Rosa actually thanked Amadeus for this gesture, and I
oh,
think it was beautiful on
that's really
stage.
nice.
It was nice, but yeah. Apart from that, the song was, I think, enjoyable. Maybe it was not the best song musically speaking or vocally speaking, but it was actually a quite enjoyable performance that may appeal to a large portion of the Italian population. So yeah,
Yeah,
well done.
maybe. I
And
mean,
he ended at six. That is a good result
that's
for
pretty
him, I
good.
think.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's not too bad. I can't say too much about the song because it's my last place, but I think it's very catchy. It's entertaining, definitely. Like he knows how to pull off a show. Yeah, I was not the biggest fan because it's like modern swing. I hate
Mm.
this genre. I really try. I always try, like also swing it in Norway. I was trying,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like it. So yeah, for me it was
No, it's okay.
difficult. But I'm glad that many people like it. It came sixth. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and actually, we just said that tonight no songs were bad, so I
Yes,
think that it was
that's
not bad. Also, if you have it last,
true.
I just wanted to see if I can retrieve the Classifica. But
Yeah.
yeah,
In the meanwhile, many people are talking about Madame.
yes, Madame
Also
was
here,
great,
Madame was incredible. Yeah, maybe we should
incredible.
talk about Madame because she was also quite high. She was second in the overall ranking, which is pretty good. But she's also really well known in Italy. I mean, I think
Mm-hmm.
many of us know Voce from last
Mm-hmm.
time. Really famous as well. And I also
Mm-hmm.
think this song was really interesting. It was really energetic, modern.
Mm-hmm.
The sound was really interesting as well.
Yes, yes,
So
the song was amazing,
yeah.
amazing. I don't know if it's at the same level of Voce, but
Mhm.
this year,
I
like,
prefer Voce, I think, but I need to listen to the studio
I
version.
need to listen to the studio version of this
Then
song
I can
because
judge.
this song was delivered much better than
Oh
Voce.
yes, I do
Like,
agree.
it was amazing on stage, and she was really confident. I think that these 2 years actually made her a better
Mhm.
artist.
Yes.
I love her because her music is so experimental for Italy. She's just like, I think she's like 20 or 21 right now.
Yeah,
She
she's
was
quite
nine.
young, I think.
She was like 19 when she competed in 2021, and now
21
it's, yeah, I think it's like 21.
years.
I
Mhm.
think that is 2003 or 2002. I'm not sure, but she was great, and the song was actually written and produced by her. So it's quite an achievement, and she came second tonight.
Yeah,
Like 2 years ago, also the Sala Stampa ranked them so low, ranked her
I
really
know.
low. And this year, like
Sorry.
they ranked them second, and in the general top, she's third right now.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's big.
Marco, I will say just this.
Marco
Out of everyone, Marco is first still. Con la Pesce di Martino is second. Madame is third. Tananai is fourth.
We will talk about him later.
And Elodie is fifth. So
okay.
I think it's a great top five.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, for the Sala Stampa. Everything will change tomorrow, because tomorrow we have 50% televote and 50% the demoscopic jury. So it's public vote tomorrow.
But I also think Madame had a really great arrangement in her song, and I like the instruments. They were like really exotic, almost. I would say, like no one else had that.
Yes. I'm really happy about. I think that I'm really happy about the top 10 in general for now. I think I would swap something, but it's my opinion. But yeah, the top 10 looks quite right. But we are going to actually comment the general top at the end, I think.
Yes. So Matt is here as well. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Here again. And we have Mr. System. Hello. Ciao.
Hello. Like tonight we are just me, John and me, so we are going to actually read a lot of your comments.
Oh, yes. Oh, have you seen that in the end? The stand-up.
I actually like to be honest. I think that this number was cringe, but at the end, it was a meh. It was not actually like Amadeus was describing it as astonishing. It's like really not astonishing. It's like really. How do you say like? I don't know. I don't have the word. Like really divisive. You know, divisive. Like that actually can be perceived by someone as good, as great, or by someone as really bad. A little bit divisive.
Oh, you mean you either love or hate it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's like 1 a.m. What is it? Like 1:48. Yeah, and my English is so bad today. Yesterday was better. So yeah, like I honestly, since I had to just listen to some songs that came before, I just skipped it. I just muted it and listened to some songs.
I was just super confused because suddenly he started to strip on the stage and was only in his underwear.
No,
I was like, what's happening?
It was actually talking, like I got that part because I got interested because I saw him naked. Like he was talking about how normal is for nowadays society to have tattoos. And then
I heard tattoos.
And then that a body without tattoo is becoming not normal, not normal, you know. So he was talking like about that, but I didn't find it scandalous as Amadeus was actually describing it. So no, it was not scandalous.
Yeah. Okay, let me check. Are people in Germany, Italy normally? Well, yeah, it's 2 a.m. here, but it's Sanremo, and Sanremo is only once per year, so it's totally fine. I can't complain.
Yeah, I had to actually move 2 exams for Sanremo.
I'm going to Croatia to do that. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Anna also have a brilliant song.
No, I'm sorry, Vladimir. I'm sorry. It's not my cup of tea. I love her as a diva. She's a diva. She's everything to me.
I love her voice.
I love her voice, but the song is just and she. It's so funny because she's just so much diva. Today, she actually criticized the Sala Stampa online. She was like, I will actually show you what Anna Oxa can do.
Oh no!
On Thursday.
Really low in the ranking.
Yeah. What do you think about Georgia?
Yeah. What do you think about Georgia?
Guys, of course, my opinion are subjective, and I'm really passionate about Sanremo. So if sometimes I'm a little bit bitchy, you will, understand me. So yeah, Georgia was the biggest downgrade or letdown for me this year. I had really high expectations, and the half of the song I got bored, so it was not the best song made by her. She had so many great songs and so many beautiful ballads, but this almost seems, first of all, unoriginal. And I'm sorry to criticize her because I love her as an artist. I've been following her since I was a little child. and this felt so unoriginal, and this, I think, lacked of emotions. It was really a plain song that was done in order to showcase Georgia vocal abilities. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm so
While
sorry
you're
to.
talking about the vocal abilities, I totally agree on that. I think she has a really interesting voice, very clear,
She has a
soft,
great voice. She has a great
voice is
voice.
amazing.
Mm-mm.
Song, I don't know. The chorus is really beautiful, I think, the melody, but as you already said, it's a bit forgettable. So
I think it lacks a little bit of Georgia's soul. When
yeah.
Georgia puts her soul in the music,
Mhm.
you can feel it. I would suggest our viewers to listen to Georgia featuring Marco Mengoni's song named Come Neve. It was like a 2015 track that is astonishing. It's really good.
Yeah.
Her song sounded like came straight from the 90s with that keyboard. Yeah, that
Can we
keyboard
hear it
also
though?
thrown me off so much.
Oh yeah, me too.
Didn't really like her song. Great voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah. The voice is
Same.
amazing. Song
Exactly.
wise,
Like
I'm not sure.
exactly. And I think that she like Ultimo and Georgia were really favorite to win before Sanremo, but now that we have the songs,
Georgia, I don't think she's gonna
I
win.
don't think I generally don't think that the general public will appreciate both of them. Like Ultimo right now is 10th and Georgia is 8th, and it's really low for
It
winning
is.
Sanremo.
Yeah.
I think that in order to win Sanremo, you can actually be maximum 7th.
Mhm.
Maximum. I would say
Everything
also
below is pretty
6th.
bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we talked about Rosa already. Do you
This is
think he's kind of
substitute for Achille
substitute for
Lauro than
Laura?
both. I think it's not
Mm,
like that. I
no,
think
I
that I
mean
would.
both are. I mean they are both standing out. Their songs, but I would not really compare them.
I
They
would
are really.
compare more Rosa Chemical with this year with Tananai last year, like the genre,
Yeah,
I would say.
maybe
But
more.
no, I would not compare either. I would not compare either. Yeah, like Rosa did something different from Achille. Like Achille was iconic.
Oh
It
yeah,
was some like it was the
Achilles on
first
stage.
one.
Oof, yes.
I miss Achille sometimes, but he will be in Sanremo.
Yeah,
Actually, it
someone
will.
said that in the comments. I think
No, no,
he's back for an interval act.
yeah, he will. He will have an interval in the outsides, in the
On the ship?
outside. No, no, in the
Oh, the other
ship,
stage.
the other
Yeah,
stage. Yes,
yeah, yeah.
in the square.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see in the
Or it
comments
will
that
be
many
in the ship.
people mentioning Tananai.
Yeah, Tenanai was
He came
great.
third tonight, but I think it's really split here. Some people say they loved it, other flat song, so boring. What do
It
you
it
think?
it is a very Sanremo song. I didn't expect
Mhm.
something like that from him. It is a really Sanremo song, and I usually like Sanremo ballads when they are done well. I'm a ballad boy, as I said millions of times. But yeah, like if I have to compare this with Marco, there is no competition.
For me neither. No.
But yeah, like he delivered a good
Oh yes.
vocal performance. It
He's
was
really
really
well,
great.
yeah.
Like like he managed to actually make people understand that he can sing, and this is actually something that I really enjoyed of him this night. The song is, I have to listen to it again. It's one of those songs that maybe lyrically has to be understood or has to be, translated into English if you want to understand it,
Mm-hmm.
for people that do not speak Italian, of course.
Yeah.
But I just think that it was a great song, and it's not for everybody. Of course, the people that do not like ballads will not like Taranai song. But maybe those who like ballads will like Marcos more because it's a more complex
More
ballad, a more
mature
modern
ballad.
ballad. Yeah.
Yes.
And I just, yeah, but we're going to talk about it later with the general top.
Yeah, for me it was a bit difficult with Tananai. The first time I was
Hmm.
listening to the song, I forgot about it again, so I
Hmm.
had to listen to it again.
Hmm.
So I think the song feels a bit longer than it actually is.
Hmm.
But as you already said, he sings really well. His voice is
Hmm.
amazing. Also, I like it's kind of a romantic interpretation, I think. I looked up the lyrics a little bit. It's really romantic about love and heartbreak and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think he did
This
well.
year,
It's also different to last year's entry. So
yeah,
I
it's
like
completely different.
variety, yes. But it's not one of my favorites. So I also don't think he's gonna win.
No, 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 he's not gonna win. But I think that in his album has he has better songs than this one. Abissale is amazing.
I'm sure about that.
Another song that I really like, it's called I don't remember now. Like I have 2 or 3 songs out of that album that I really like. Abissale is one of them. But yeah, like this song, it's really Sanremo style, so I don't think it's going to win. And compared to other ballads that we have better ballads, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, still a great performance by him. I really like the fact that he's 4th right now in the general ranking. So, and he was 3rd tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
3 is always good. So Daniele is also here again.
Ciao, Dani.
And yeah, many people are talking about
Good to see
Achille.
Achille.
He's really famous. I mean, I love him too.
Yeah, it was actually a shame that he did not qualify in turn.
Yeah, I know. I was really shocked, actually.
I was shocked, but that's when San Marino is not in the semifinal, which Italy.
Yeah. Madame's song is modern and younger generations like it.
But Marco Mengoni is kind of
unbeatable. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do agree.
I think that after, like, I wanted to actually talk about this later on, but we can talk about it now.
Yeah.
I think that out of the songs that we listened today, there are, generally speaking, better songs than yesterday. But Marco's one, I don't think anyone can beat that song. I don't think that.
That'd be really hard.
Like, today I watched a little bit of the Euro fandom's reactions and on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Instagram, and everybody outside of Italy likes it and loves it.
Yeah. And so many people said it's even better than his 2013 entry.
Personally, I think
I do agree as well. Yeah.
I think it's better, but yet Marco has made hundreds of better songs than L'Essenziale that never reached Sanremo and never reached the Eurovision fandom, because he released a beautiful album in 2015 that made him go to be the European act in EMA. And the first Italian, like, he was already the first Italian, but then he got it again. In 2015, he did so many songs, so many beautiful songs. Guerriero, Pronto a correre, Esseri umani, a lot of really good songs. And this song is at that standard, I would say. L'Essenziale was a little bit, it was like Marco Mengoni, I think, is like
calmer.
Marco is in his 4th kind of not fourth like I would say that he's in his 4th professional life. The first Marco Mengoni was straight out of X Factor. It was rock, completely rock. Then we had the Balladi Marco, that was the one of L'Essenziale, and then we have 3rd Marco, that was 2015, 2016, with a different kind of pop. And then we have Pop Marco, that is right now with Materia Pelle, the last album that he got. And then we have this comeback with a great ballad that is, of course, Due Vite. But yeah,
it's like a circle. No, I also think he's gonna win. I mean, we had some great options today as well, but I think he's still the strongest.
I think that maybe one of the contenders that could actually strip out Marco's victory was Lazza tonight. But the press actually ranked it pretty low for being.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was a bit shocked.
I was. Yeah, but the same happened with Irama. Irama in 20, with not last year, but when he brought La Genesi del tuo colore in 2021, he had like a kind of similar vibe with Lazza's songs this year, and it was produced as well by the artist.
Yeah.
And yeah, the press did not rank him so high. I'm afraid Marco won't win because people might say he has won Sanremo already. He needs to give space to new artists, but it's not. His problem is no one.
I have to disagree because we had Mahmoud and Blanco last year. Mahmoud won twice, so I think Italians don't really care as long as the quality is there.
Exactly. We don't. You put it in the right words. We don't care if someone has won again, has won already. Literally, I think that Iva Zanicchi, was like last year. She was in Sanremo.
Yeah.
She won like 4 or 5 times. Like, there are artists that won like a lot
only
of
thing that
times.
matters is the song. So
Exactly. In
talk about
Sanremo, we don't
reputation.
really care about who wins who wins previous editions. We just care about the music, and I
Exactly.
think it's great.
It's what it should be about.
Setu was
Say the
robbed,
ro-
yes,
Oh
yes.
yes, he was
Also
one of my
Shari,
favorites.
also Shari
Yes,
was robbed. Also
Shadi as
Shari.
well. Yeah, but Seitu, I was really shocked because I really liked that. Did you like the song tonight or?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It
Yeah.
was experimental. It was different. It was okay. I think that on the first listen, it might be a little bit shocking, or at least like what the fuck is happening. But I think it was a great song. I think it's really well produced for a newcomer because it was one of the winners of Sanremo Giovani. And it's just so sad that every single year there are some Giovani that actually end up pretty high and some Giovani that actually are composing the bottom of the general ranking. And at
Yeah.
least for the Sala Stampa, that is shameful because these young artists actually try so hard and then they just go with, I think that many young Sanremo Giovani winners this year have decent songs. They are not the worst, I think, but they are still ranked really low. Also, the general winner, gIANMARIA, is just 22nd. So for the Sala Stampa, of course, we are just talking about the Sala Stampa. That is a little bit different from televote and the public vote in general, the demoscopic and the televote. I don't really trust the demoscopic jury because it's just some random people that are selected by I don't know.
I never liked them anyway. And
And
no,
I of course don't and never trust public vote. We will see. I usually trust the Sala Stampa the most because they are usually music experts.
yes.
But in general, the demoscopic jury is really unpredictable, and the people. It's the problem with the televote in Italy is that the people is going to vote not for the song, but just for the artist. That is a problem that Sanremo has and has to deal with. And I personally, and this is just my opinion, I don't really understand why Amadeus had to enlarge the televote for both the final and tomorrow's night. I think that tomorrow's night was just for the demoscopic jury, and it was rightfully so. And
Yeah.
then maybe the public could have an entire night for their own. That I think the public could have like the duets night, for example, and then the final, of course. But yeah, I don't see the point in actually having the public 50% when Sanremo is not just for the people. Of course, Sanremo is a festival and is right for people to vote because it's right. But I think that it's not just being here. It's not a national final, but it's something else. Music experts are needed in order to save those songs that are great, but the artist is not as famous as other artists that are competing, and maybe have less impactful songs. For example, Georgia will be ranked really high in the televote. I can already predict it because she is Georgia. But
It's your
tonight,
favorite.
the press did the right thing. The press actually ranked her low because her song is not as appealing as others, and I agree with that because Sanremo is the festival of Italian music, not the festival of Italian artists.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, of course.
No, I completely agree with you. As I already said before, it's about the song. It's not about the artist. And I get it. It's always a bit difficult with the televoting because people vote for their favorite, not necessarily for the best song. So yeah, I
Exactly.
totally get that. So I think it's also really good that the press is there. But back to
Yeah.
Setu, I think it was really captivating. It kind of gave me Green Day vibes. I don't know. I really think as well he felt his performance. Like he was vibing with it a lot, and I loved that because other artists I found them a bit flat on stage. Like they were not really into their performance, but he gave everything he had, and I really loved that. It was up
Yeah,
tempo.
many of them were nervous tonight. Many
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them
you
were
could tell.
nervous.
Yes. So
But yeah, I agree with you. It was I think it was a visually impactful
oh
performance.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Even
Laza. Yeah,
it was a
it's
good
another one
song,
we
but
didn't talk
even
about.
if he
Yeah.
didn't, he still would get a really high televote only because of the audience. In this
Yeah.
case, I'm not seeing Lata being ranked so high in the televote as well. I don't
Me
know.
neither. I mean,
I
it
think
has
that
a cool beat, but I think it was a bit
yeah,
chaotic. I
no,
like the
I think
shouty
that
part, but
Ladza is in my provisional ranking because I have to listen to them on the studio version. For now, Lazza would be my third.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
I have a way lower ranks.
No, like my top 5 is pretty I don't know. No, my top 6 is pretty much consistent. I would put Marco, Elodie, Mr. Rain,
Oh, Mr. Lane,
Lazza,
loved him.
Madame, and who else was and Paola Chiara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is my top 6. Like Paola Chiara are just outside of it, but I
They are
think
my
that
second, I think.
yeah, but I think that Madame this year has a really high chances as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about the public though. I fear that the public may not just like connect with it, and it's a shame
I'm not
because
sure.
she's a
Maybe
great
it's a bit
artist.
too exotic, like too experimental. So I'm not sure. I guess we're
For the
free to
general
find out,
public,
but
yes. For the young people, but the problem is that
yeah.
the youngsters, like people that are under the age of 30, they don't they just don't want to take like the phone and vote for it and vote for in Sanremo. Usually the ones who vote are older people. So I don't know.
So yeah.
I hope that like Sanremo yesterday I was watched by almost 11 million people.
I know
And
it was one of the
huge.
records, I think.
I
don't remember the last time it was that high.
Yeah, it was the highest amount of people watching Sanremo and the highest share of the first night, just regarding the first night, since 1995.
Well, that's a long time ago.
And
like
and
that's
yesterday,
really big.
no, last year it was around that. So last year already broke the record, and this year broke it even further. But I just think that this year is more appealing. Like even if maybe the song wise is just not as strong, but still strong, I think. Because we have, as I said, we have like 6 or 7 songs that are really good. I think really good. But the production wise, as I was saying, ciao Mariano, we love it too. Production wise, it's on another level from last year, I think. Production wise, like
great. They're all really
production
well
is really great. Like
also I love the stage. It looks like a
the
space
staging is the stage is really similar to what we have had for the past Amadeus Sanremos. Last year was really similar, but this year is bigger. And if you notice, there is like this kind of pantheon. It's like a dome, and behind the dome there is a full LED wall. And that is something that we don't really see in Sanremo, a bigger an actual LED wall. And I love the fact that it looks huge, when the Ariston Theater is really small.
It looks really futuristic, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they do like. I think that the camera work works really well because, as I was saying before, the Ariston Theater is really, really small. I'm not joking. It's like it's really small. It's like a cinema. It's used as a cinema during the year, and the camera work manages to actually look it a little bit bigger. You know, it seems huge when you enter. I've been to Sanremo. I've been to the Ariston Theater. It's really small. It's just a normal theater. You know,
it's impressive what they can do with technique.
Yeah, I love the production, and also if you remember, like last year and most of all in 2020, 2021, you won the sound engineering, and it was not good at all. And this year we hear better the songs. First of all, the orchestra, and second, we hear the vocals better. Love the graphics. The graphics when the logo for Sanremo came out, I remember everyone disliking it so much, but in motion,
that's so typical.
In motion, it is inspired by the Eurovision Song Contest of last year. If you see the motions and it's like really neon and really waves.
I like it, bro.
I like that.
I have to agree with you. I think production-wise, it's extremely strong this year. They improved so much. Song-wise, I have to say, I still think 2020 is one of the best years ever. Also, 21 was really strong.
2020. But
this year we had many famous artists, many famous Italian artists. So maybe that was appealing as well to the Italian audience. Also, like
I
Paola
think
Chiara, for
that
example, is a bit older artist.
cast-wise, 2022 was one of the most
Oh yeah, that as well.
the strongest one.
Yeah.
In 2020, like we had a really big artist and big names, but also already 2021 was good.
And 2020 as well. They were also
And
great.
yeah, I think Amadeus, Sanremo are all great.
Yeah.
Maybe 2020 was
I also
actually
love him as a host. I
I
really
love
like
him. Yeah, and
I
it's
hope he
great
keeps
that
doing that.
I like he will be again in 2025 for sure. We don't know about it later. There are rumors, but they are not confirmed, that Rai wants to give Sanremo to Alessandro Cattelan, the host of the Eurovision Song Contest last year.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, there are some rumors because he's new in Rai, is young, is a great host.
I mean, I like him as well, so yeah.
I love
wouldn't be
him. I
mad
love
about
him.
it.
Like and he has a really good taste in music as well. He's really current, so it would be great for Sanremo as well. But I think that Amadeus was not a host before. It was a DJ when he was younger. So I think that
Wow, okay, I did
this
not know that.
background, no, it was a DJ. It was not just a TV host. It was a DJ. It was a music personality. So he has a great taste in music, and I'm not joking. This is a little fun fact. He doesn't actually sit and listen to the songs in the with headphones when he picks the songs. He just puts the song in his radio on his car, and while she drives, he selects the songs from Sanremo.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's really
because he says that in order to be in Sanremo, they need to sound good in the radio
Yeah.
when people is driving.
Yeah, they should be radio friendly, yes. So I've seen the comments, and maybe
Elodie.
people were like mentioning their top 5. So to everyone in the comments, maybe you can text your top 5 in the comments.
Yeah, and if you have actually an artist that we did not discuss like of tonight's, just write it in the comments,
yeah,
and
if there's
we
an
are going
artist
to
you
try.
want to talk about or we should talk about, let us know. So here we
Exactly.
have Elodie, Marco, Laza, Mr. Rain. Yeah, Mr. Rain.
I would be
Ultimo.
strap Ultimo out, and it would be perfect.
Marco first, yes. Probably
Ultimo
same
con la
for me.
pesce di Martino, Madame and pretty interesting. Oh, again, strap Ultimo, and I'm agreeing with you.
I think for me it would be Marco and then Paola Chiara because I love them. Mr. Rain was really good as well. I mean,
Mr.
if he
Rain
would go
is
to Eurovision, he would have without kids probably, but yeah. Con la pesce di Martino, love them as well.
I would really be proud if we sent something like Mr. Rain, because the song means a lot. It's about all those people that are superheroes in the ordinary life. And it's really magical. It's my mother's favorite, so I have to like it. But yeah, my mother always texted me like, "Oh, you have to like this song as well," because I'm going to watch the final with my parents. I'm going to go back. It's
I think
because
every
the final,
Italian is like watching the final.
like Sanremo is like a family tradition, and most of all,
I know.
the final is really usually watched with
My whole family
family.
is watching as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going back. I'm going back, and my mother told me, if you do not like Mr. Rain, you are not allowed in my house again. Okay, Samuel, how did the contestants actually get into the contest? Because many of them have no any voice talent, and I feel disappointed that such a great country has really run out of true talents.
Oh.
Well, I think that in general this year we have great vocalists. Of course, there are some good ones, like some special ones. Like I think that Mengoni, Marco is the best one, and maybe Anaux.
Marco.
But yeah, like as I was saying before, Sanremo is actually a dictatorship. So, and that's what I mean. Like Rai, and usually the directorship of Rai selects an artistic director. The artistic director is entitled to pick the songs. So it's only him that chooses the song. It's no other people. So in this case, usually in the last 20 years, I would say, the host is at the same time the artistic director. So Amadeus in this case is the host, but also artistic director, and he gets to choose the songs. The artists actually have to send him songs before the end of October, if I remember correctly, and then he picks 28, 24, what he wants. out of usually they are around 800, between 800 and 1,000 songs usually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I have to judge and nothing can say. Yeah, I'm really glad for you that you like this artist. I mean, she has some amazing songs, so you can
Yeah,
always check her out on
yeah.
Instagram, Spotify.
It's such a pity that
She's not
she
really
decided to go
good
with
artist.
this song. She has great
Yeah,
songs, but not this one. I'm sad.
yeah. But many
My
people
top
have
five.
Marco in their top one.
Yeah,
Elodie as well, Madame. Yeah,
I think that Marco is going to win, and everybody, not
I think
everybody, but at least
so.
the majority will be satisfied.
Yes,
And I think that Marco has a top 10 quality song for Eurovision.
I think so.
I
He would
think,
be top 10. Yeah,
yeah, I
definitely.
think it would be top 10. And of course, Marco's song doesn't need a great staging in Liverpool. You can use the central stage with all the lightnings and lights and stuff, and he can deliver a great performance because it will be kind of similar to what Diodato wanted to do in 2020.
Yeah,
So
I really want to see him at Eurovision.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
still
wanted
mad
to see
because,
him
you
as well. But as I was saying in one of my videos in my YouTube channel, I am still glad that he made the Arena di Verona's performance because it was
oh, wow,
stunning.
yeah, that was epic.
I always cry when I watch that because it means a lot to us Italians.
Yeah,
Now,
he
top
was
10, we have to be back in the
amazing.
top 5. Yes, we have to be back in the top 5, but I don't know
Maybe
if,
I think Marco
like,
could do it, but also depends on the performance. But I think
but we
he
miss
doesn't
too
need
many
much on
songs.
stage. He can
We,
pull
mi-
off a
we, mi-
performance with
we
himself.
miss too many songs from many other great countries.
That is also
And
true.
he could put out a top, like, I think that if Marco gets selected and goes to Eurovision, I think the juries will really like it. The
Yeah.
juries will really like it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because his voice is amazing, the song is good, it's a ballad in Italian, and usually juries like ballads in Italian. I don't know about the televote, but yeah, it should be more about best track, not best
I mean,
voice.
yeah, it's a song contest after
Yes,
all, but I think both is really important because with a bad voice, you can't really show off your song. So you need
exactly.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I think it's really late already, so we should
Like I
come
think
to an
we
end.
could wrap it
Uh,
up.
we
We
could wrap
could
it up.
wrap it
Yes.
up it
Samuele, let me know your
by
top three.
yeah. Okay, my
Try.
top three in a random order because I cannot pick
Of
one.
course.
My winner so far. Like my top three in a random order would be Elodie,
Mm-hmm.
still, um, Marco Mengoni, and I'm not sure because I have to listen to the songs again
Oh,
in
definitely.
studio version,
Yeah.
but it's one between Lazza and Madame. So I think it's Lazza for now,
I
but
like
maybe
Latza as
I
well.
can actually change my idea. And then I just said my top 6 before, so yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it would be Marco Mengoni, obviously, as well, because I really like that
Mhm,
song.
mhm.
Paola Chiara as
I love
well.
it. I
They
love
are
you. I love you.
legends.
I love you so much.
Yeah, and then probably Mr. Rain because their
Mr.
performance was
Rain
so
is great.
captivating.
It's
So
so
yeah,
great. Like and the song is really, really,
beautiful.
it's soft, but at the same time is really,
Soft but also appealing. Yeah,
and appealing. And you
absolutely.
can, if you see him, like you would not guess that
Would
he
not
would have
expect that. Yeah,
brought something like that in Sanremo.
absolutely. Yeah.
But at the end, he's such a warm guy, and he had a really difficult past as well. So I really loved. The
Yeah,
studio
I think
version
you
of
like
Elodie
Elodie. Yeah,
is
yeah.
super good. If you just check the video, it's full of Italian superstars, like actors and singers, and that video is really, really good. And I was not expecting something like that by Elodie, as I was saying yesterday night. It is mesmerizing. That song is not a ballad, not a pop. It's something in the middle, and it does the works pretty good. And I think that over the night she will also improve stage, like her staging and her outfit will improve as she did with Andromeda in
I loved her
2020.
outfit though. It was like the best
It
outfit
was
we had.
amazing. Yes, it was.
Really
But
beautiful.
she usually,
I know. Yeah.
yeah, she
She has a good
usually
style.
delivers because she focuses a a lot about appearance.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
All
like
right.
what is your you told us your top three, so
Math score. Yes.
we will wrap it up by just saying, I think, the general ranking for this night, not for this night, general ranking. Okay, so really,
Oh, yeah, you have the ranking, right?
Yeah, I have it. So 28th, Setu. 27, Shari. 26, Anaoxa. 25, Will. 24, LDA. 23, Olly. A pity.
No.
22, Gianmaria. A pity.
Mm,
21, Moda. I don't know why they are there.
okay.
We're not gonna mention them. Well, 20 Ariete. It's a pity because she's great, but the
But not her
song.
song. It was not
You
really.
love it? You like it?
No,
Okay.
not really. I need to listen to it again, but
Yeah,
I wasn't really
I
captured.
didn't listen to it yet because yesterday night I got I got to bed at like 4 a.m. because I had
Same.
to listen in like pretty much like 40 times Marco's songs. So yeah, Mr. Then we have Gianluca Grignani, 19th, Articolo 31, 18th,
Okay.
17, Mr. Rain is too low.
No, that's too low.
Too low. 16,
He might
Levante. We did not talk about Levante, but I think that she has a great song.
Yeah.
Live, it was not great. Her
Yeah,
vocal
I do agree.
performance was not
Yes.
great, but the song is quite. I
It's
think
really
it's
modern
quite
and
modern.
energetic. Yeah.
Yes.
Powerful.
15, Cugini di Campagna. They are worth it. They're worth it. The song is great. They are not, but the song is good. Then 14, Paola e Chiara, too low.
Oh yeah, definitely too low.
Like the
They have to be
televote
top
will
10 at least.
no the televote will I
I
think that
know.
will bring them up.
But same for
13,
Mr. Rain, I think.
yeah, same. See, all the moms will love Mr. Rain songs. 13, Colla Zio. They are actually the giovani that are higher.
Okay.
I think that they have a party song, so it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
12, Mara Sattei, great song as well. I think
that's good. Yeah.
top 10 material for me. 11th, Leo Gassman, a little bit over.
I would rank him lower, I think.
Yeah, but the song has been written by Marco Zanotti from Pinguini Tattici Nucleari. So
Okay.
yeah, the Sala Stampa loves it.
Yeah.
Because Pinguini are amazing.
I mean, I know. Single
If
star.
if Pinguini would be in Sanremo, they would be my first automatically, like my winners automatically, because they are so good. I would love
they are.
them. I would love them to be in Eurovision for Italy. I would love them. Then 9th, Rosa Chemical, great achievement. 8th, Georgia. 7th, Lazza, that I think it's top 5 material, at least top 5,
I
if
think
not top
7
3.
is quite good. I'm not sure if I would rank it much higher, to be honest.
It's really Eurovision ready. I think that
I mean, yeah,
Lazza's
that
song
is
is
true.
really Eurovision ready. Then 6th, Comacose. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Elodie 5th. It could reach top 3 with a tele.
I'm not the biggest fan, so 5 is fine for me.
Here you have the right to be silent. She's the queen. I cannot accept.
I like her as an artist, yes.
No, I think that maybe if she brought Purple in the Sky, that was the song that she released on Friday,
Yeah.
maybe it was a little bit more appealing, but this song slaps so hard as well. 4th, Tananai is a little bit. It's too high. It's too high. It's too high. From last place to 4th. 3rd, Madame, great. 2nd, Con la Pesce di Martino, and of course, 1st, Marco, that I think will win.
I think the top 3 is really good. I'm really happy with that.
I think I will swap Con la Pesce di Martino for now, but I have to listen to the song again. I think that in my top 5, in my top 3, Elodie will be there. I think that Elodie will not, at the end, being in the... Yeah. No, I agree. The Elodie I think that this should be her year, because this is the song that is the most mature song that she brought to Sanremo. Andromeda was too pop. The other one that I was my favorite as well, but we are poppy girls. Then, but this song is both ballady and both poppy. It's also really well produced. So I think that this is the most. It is the most mature song that she brought to the festival, and she sung it perfectly yesterday night. Like, she was perfect. So vocally, plus the girl 7 was Yeah, exactly. Like if Madame or Elodie would win, I would not be
You know,
mad
for me, it's
because
only about the song, so I don't care if it's male or female. So
I
if
agree,
Malcolm wins,
but
I would be totally happy.
yeah, I would be happy too because yeah, I know I
I
love
see
it.
your point. Yeah,
But yeah, like it's a lot of years that we do not see, you do not send a
that
woman,
is true.
and in Italy is this argument, this topic is really heavy because we have some great women doing music, but they are not actually taken into consideration. We have like Madame was the most streamed woman in 2022 and 2021, and is not even in the top 10 usually. So yeah, like, and she makes great music, but in Italy, like,
I mean,
we
we
have a
had
lot of
Elisa last year. She got second, so she
yeah,
almost did it. Oh,
but
that song was so good.
Elisa is a legend,
Yeah,
and she's not
exactly.
commercially like she
Yes.
had really good album, Back to the Future, but
Mhm.
she commercially she's not one of the strongest artists in Italy.
Yep.
So yeah, Elodie is actually the one with the most stream, like the most monthly streamers,
Oh, wow.
and she's the most followed singer,
Mhm.
like female singer in Italy. She has like 3 million followers. But yeah, other than that, there are you know men that should not be on the Ariston stage, and they are there.
I
So.
mean, yeah, we're gonna find out
But
in
yeah,
this region.
I would love to see a woman, but yeah, Sanremo is about songs at the end.
Exactly. So I personally don't mind. On that note, guys, it's been an hour
Yeah,
now,
it's
and
an
I also
hour.
hope you had a great Sanremo night. We are back tomorrow and the day after. Basically, the
And
whole
the
week
day
to cover
after.
Sanremo for you. Yeah, of course, for the
No,
final.
no, yes.
Yes, just join us every night if you want to our live streams. Also follow us on our other socials. We have TikTok now, like Samuel and I are really active there on
Yeah,
your channel. We have Instagram,
yeah.
of course, Twitter. Just follow us everywhere if you want to.
Yeah,
And yeah, it
tomorrow,
was really
tomorrow,
nice.
if we can, I think, or tomorrow, or for the grand final. For me, I will do it. I don't know if you, Jana, will help me out. We will do short TikTok reviews of every song, at least for me. Then, if Jana is okay with that,
I will be in Croatia covering Dora, so
oh
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
for the final,
Yeah,
right?
I'm there the final. Yeah,
And for tomorrow, no. Tomorrow, are you
I'm
here
already
with me?
flying tomorrow, so
Okay. No, it will be
I'm
me.
not sure.
So yeah, it
Yeah,
will be
I
me.
will follow Sanremo though. I will try my best.
No, you have to.
I know, I know.
I
All
don't know.
right.
I
Thank
don't
you so
know.
much, guys. Thanks,
I don't know who
Vincent.
tomorrow will be with me, but I will be here
Not me
with
from
you. Ah,
but
you
yeah,
will
you
be here.
Samuel will be here with you guys. Don't you worry.
Yes. You. I don't know. I don't know who, but someone will
You
be
will
with
find
me.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
On
much,
that
guys.
note,
Grazie mille.
goodbye.
Bye. Grazie mille, ragazzi. Ciao.
Grazie mille.